Hello, everyone. I'm excited to show you how to create a project in Google Earth that will take your students on a tour of different locations of places around the globe. So, we're going to start by going to Launch Earth. I've already gone to Google Earth, and now we are going to launch Earth. Once your Earth has launched, we are going to create a project by going over here to Projects. So, click on Projects. We are going to create. You want to create the project in Google Drive just so that it's consistently auto saved. We are going to title our project right here. I'm going to do a mock one just to show you exactly how and where everything is located. I added my title in the project title box. In the add description box is where I like to put the objective or the essential question, just so your students know what is the expectation and kind of the roadmap to where they're going. I'm just going to put how did the okay. So I've got my essential question or objective, project title, and we're going to go down to new feature. New feature is where you add the location of where you want your students to go. I have already thought of a few locations, and that's what needs to occur so that you can input those locations. I'm going to search to add a place. I'm going to start off by going to Marquette Park in Chicago, where the Chicago Freedom Movement took place. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my face so that I am not a distraction and you can see the entire screen. Okay, when you first go to a location, this card will pop up. And this card is an awesome resource that you can easily add to your project. And if you don't like the front card, there's also suggestions behind there that you can use. When you go to a location, it will show you an aerial view. I want to show my students exactly where this movement took place and this protest. So I'm going to zoom into the neighborhood where this took place. Once you have an idea of where you want, you can give your students a street view by picking up this little peg man, and he can go on any area that is blue. So I'm going to set him right down in this neighborhood so that I can give my students a street view of where this protest took place. Once they get to the location, they can kind of move around and check out the area. Once you're satisfied with the view that your students will see, you come over here and you capture this view. This view will be the card that pops up when your students are going on their tour. I'm going to title it Marquette Park. Um, Keep it in the civil rights movement. I'm going to edit this place. And I'm going to edit this place so that the students can see additional media. You can get that media from a Google image search, YouTube, Google Drive. I'm going to go to Google image search. I'm going to type in Chicago Freedom Movement. I love this picture. So I'm going to use that picture. So the students will see that when they go to this location. In here is an awesome place to put your students' action step. So whether that's giving them a question to answer, another step to take, I'm going to say research the Fair Housing Act. And they can put their research or answered questions in a Google Doc. You scroll down a little bit, you'll see small info box and large info box. I do like to do a large info box because when that card does pop up, you'll see that they can see the picture and the question. And that's all there is to it for adding a location. When you go back to see your project, you will see that we've added this location. And I would like to add another location. And when you do add them, they'll just be put here in succession. So I'm going to add a new feature, search another place. I'm going to put Montgomery, Alabama, which I see right here. And now Google Earth will take us out of Marquette Park into Montgomery. And I'll just show you how to add one of the preloaded cards to your project here. So I don't really want this front one. I'm going to check out other suggestions. They've got the zoo, no thanks, but this civil rights memorial card will fit perfectly into my project. I want to fly into this location to show my students an aerial view of the memorial. And they can zoom in further when they get to this location as well. I'm going to add this to my project. I'm not going to edit at this time, but if you do want to input a question or an action step, you would want to edit. I'm going to save it as it is. And here you can see your project. You can see your first location, your second location. And that's how you put in locations. If you want to see what the students are going to be seeing, just push present. And the present will take you to the exact tour that your students are going to go on. So it's going to take us back to Marquette. Down here, you can see the table of contents, which is all of your locations and how your students are going to navigate from one to the next. So this is what we chose for our view. Here's our card. Our card has the picture we chose, the action step. Once they have done that, they can go on to the next location. So we will cruise on over to Montgomery. They can see the aerial view that we chose, and they can check this out. If they want to see this memorial close, they just take that Pegman, put it on any of the blue area, and check out the location for themselves. And that is how you create a project in Google Earth. I hope you find this beneficial, and I hope that you're able to use it in your classroom.